everybody, it's SuperBox time. This is Brandon from the sAs, SnackFood Appreciation Society, along with the heel Will Mahoney.
Snack time, Pally, and we're going worldwide, around the world.
That's right. Along also this time with cameraman Alex.
Stay hungry.
Who is not being the cameraman this time because Dr. Jeff Smith is behind the camera.
There's a Justin Timberlake thing over there in the corner.
What thing? What kind of thing?
It's like a marionette or something.
Oh, strange. Anyway, when I say it's SuperBox, this is a SuperBox of international proportions. This was not a gift like the last SuperBox. This is one that the sAs had to purchase with sAs funding. Basically, this came from the great country nation of Israel. And it took well over a month to get here. It sat in customs in New York City from like March 26th until just a couple of weeks ago. And all kind of interesting customs markings, registered something.
Declarations,
Yeah.
tests it had to pass.
Exactly.
Because you know what? There could be contraband goods in this.
You have no idea what can be in some kind of Doritos from foreign lands.
There could be growth hormone inside.
And then on the side here, we've got various other logos, which may mean it's time sensitive. There might be food in here, and who the heck knows what that is? It's a check mark.
It's a check. It's
Yeah,
been
we've got an
checked.
apple and a clock, so
Apparently this came from a fella named Daniel Rothschild in Binyamin, Israel, wherever that is. So thank you, Daniel, even though I paid you for this and it took a long time. Thank you, and you'll never see this. But anyway, international Doritos mean new flavors and interesting things. And I don't know what all these flavors are. I've got a little bit of a cheat sheet that I've tried to use to figure out what they are through various internet searches and also through the information on the eBay auction. Basically, we've got them separated by color. There's a yellow one, a purple one,
They come with a nice sash.
a sash.
We don't have that in the States.
There's a green one here, although it actually came with two green ones, and we'll talk about that later on. Also, something that Will's interested in is the inflated line, which
Inflated.
is kind of like your old school 3D Doritos with the puffy kind of style.
Kind of puffed up or inflated, apparently, is what they call it overseas
Yep.
in the Israel world.
Absolutely.
So, very interested about that.
So we have red inflated and brown inflated. Although apparently the red inflated is supposed to be barbecue according to this. The flavors that I'm supposed to have according to the auction are corn, sour, and spicy, grill, what the hell that means? Natural, which I'm guessing is just corn, so I'm thinking that's the yellow one. Spicy hot, barbecue, which I'm guessing is the red inflated ones here. Mexican nacho, which I don't think I got because the bag that I saw online is the same thing as a regular Doritos bag, just with their language on it.
Okay.
I think that's why there's two green ones instead. Also, spicy grill / American. I
Okay.
don't know what's
Is that maybe the black one?
Maybe I think the black
Black
one.
one has fire on it.
According
so-
to some things I've done in terms of research, the black one might be called Flaming Hot, and the green one might be called Hot and Sour. Despite what?
Yeah, there's the chip
Yeah.
on the green one is very generic looking. Wait, you know what? It'll be like our mystery ones that we just posted recently, the mystery Dorito flavor package. We'll kind of try to piece it together as we go. We're going into unknown territory here. We may be risking our lives
We might be.
with this. We don't know what's in these bags.
They're not expired, that's the good thing. And that we know because they expire in like either June or October, depending on which way we're looking at the date. But let's start with the yellow ones.
That was
first.
That was my thinking too, since we're thinking that might just be the generic corn.
Mhm.
Start there, and then we'll work our way up into the more intense, inflated versions of things.
There's the corn, the yellow one rather, without the sash on it, so it gives you a little better idea.
I would love to know what the heck the sash
Is
says.
it a contest or something?
Okay, let's get a whiff of these.
Yeah, these are just tortilla chips, I'm pretty sure.
Definitely smells like a generic tortilla chip. Nothing special, there's no kind of powder on it.
Very plain looking, regular old triangular corn chip type deal.
Put that right up here, front and center, the yellow. Yeah, these might just be just generic tortilla chips, which maybe are an exotic thing in Israel. I've never been, I don't know.
Who knows?
Let's see.
it out.
Oh. Did you know Doritos just makes generic tortilla chips? Because they do.
They do indeed. The yellow bag. You might not have them in your region, but I have seen them as recently as about 5 years ago in this area. But yeah, that's just corn, and there's not a lot of salt.
No, very
Fine.
just generic,
They're fun.
Yeah,
unoffensive.
be great
Yeah.
with salsa.
Yeah,
Yeah,
full thumb up.
yeah.
It's perfectly fine generic tortilla chip.
I'll give it a little lower than the full because not enough salt for me. I'll say like 7/8. But
It's a tortilla chip.
yeah.
Might be
Onward and
healthier.
upward.
A little healthier without that salt.
Okay,
Who
so
knows?
black, purple, green. I think we
Your
need to
pick.
hold up on some inflated here.
Your pick.
Let's go green.
All right.
Let's go green. Now, there's no kind of a flame designation. There's no kind of anything on the chip itself, like on some of these. There's fire. Oh wait, no, my mistake.
The
There
chips
is fire.
are on fire.
The fire was
Yeah.
hiding behind the sash. My bad.
Bring those up to the camera here.
Now, when I see the green, of course, I immediately think our favorite, our salsa verde, our
Exactly.
reigning championships champion.
Exactly, but I don't know about that. I don't know if they know about the salsa verde in Israel, where I believe Natalie Portman comes from. Brother Mahonywitz, do you want to give us some Hebrew here? Do you know anything about that?
I have no idea how to pronounce that. There's all kinds of crazy like writing on the back. I have no idea what it says.
Me either. Open them up and let's find out more about these ships.
Yes. Okay.
They TerraCycle though.
That is an interesting smell. We grab a couple and pass those over, see if I can place what this smells. There's definitely powder on these.
I just get a pickle from it.
Really. Flaming pickles.
Flaming
Even
pickles.
more dangerous.
It's a strong smell, but there's fire on the bag.
This is the one that I thought might be hot and sour, and I do get a sour kind of smell.
Yeah.
Kinda.
This
Yeah,
could be
maybe.
an interesting one for us.
Okay.
Check 'em
There
out.
Let's go.
we go. I'm not getting much of anything yet.
Mayonnaise? No.
No. Kinda sweet.
Kind of sweet, but then it's
I'm not getting any heat.
sort of sweet, savory.
I'm getting sweet.
No heat though. The fact that these chips are on fire is a bit of a.
It might be sweet and sour.
Yeah.
It's sweet, but there's no heat though. What's the
Yeah.
fire on it?
Interesting.
Yeah, I think sweet and sour might be nailing it on the head because it's a little sweet, a little sour, kind of like a sweet and sour sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
I think that's what it is. It's sweet and sour, but there's no heat. This fire designation under the sash, I'm not getting where it's coming from.
Yeah, they're kind of funky on first bite to me, but they start to taste a little bit
No, the
better.
flavor
as you
builds.
chew 'em. Yeah.
They don't smell good.
No.
They're not appetizing smelling.
Not at all. But I'm gonna go ahead and give them like a half of a thumb up because they're edible and I don't know.
Yeah, I can see why these aren't. The states are just kind of very odd and unusual. I guess I'll go half, two. They're very odd. Odd chips is how I would describe them.
I'm gonna go 5/8 of a thumbs up, just because having been in Egypt, it reminds me of certain things that you get over there. Just that different combination of flavors. Something that again probably wouldn't sell very well here, but it matches their flavor palette a little bit more.
All right, so let's check out purple because I don't have any idea what these are.
Plum chips.
Great,
Grape apes.
great chips.
Now from the picture, they just look fairly generic. And
Yeah, nothing going on there. A very short word or phrase on the chip itself or on the bag.
Plum sauce.
We go for a little Chinese dinner here in Israel, if you will.
Now it's interesting to note that we are filming this on May the 4th, the day before Cinco de Mayo. So we're kind of having a Cinco de Mayo sizzler here, which was a big event back in the day for the UIW promotion out of
not
Maryland.
a fan.
Kind of a funky Cinco de Mayo sizzler. Kind of a funky barbecue smell. Right off
Funky,
the bat.
could these be the barbecue?
Maybe. I don't know. Smell it.
It is kind of a savory, sweet kind of. I could see this possibly being barbecue.
Oh no,
On the
definitely
smell,
has that.
on the
Definitely
smell.
has that
Yeah.
honey barbecue smell.
This might be.
Barbecue on a corn chip.
This might
I
be-
just can't imagine.
This might be one of the quote-unquote grill flavors.
That could also be true.
I'm definitely thinking barbecue.
All right.
Let's see.
Like a weak barbecue?
They're not as off-putting as the last ones.
No.
No.
Overall, from the first three or so, I've noticed they're definitely not as salty as American Doritos.
No.
And the flavor, it's overall, it's very mild.
Yeah.
It's a very mild flavor. These are, for as much as they smell barbecue, there's not a lot of taste to them.
I would almost guess there's like some like beef bouillon or something involved, because there's like just a
Good call.
little bit of a hint of like that meaty sort of flavor that's grilled. But then at the same time, I agree, there's a lot more of that corn flavor overall that comes through in the chips. Whereas a Dorito, you know, you've got your Dorito dust that gets all over your fingers. You can clean later with your.
And these have dust on them.
They do.
It's,
But it's not that same level of vibrancy.
No. I'm going to go ahead and give these like a half of a thumb up because they're about as good as the other ones, I guess. And they're just kind of lame. They're kind of weak.
I'm gonna go with third. I'm gonna have to knock it down some because they're just kind of mild and just kind of. I'm not sure what they want to be. The other ones, at least, they had a definite sweet and sour kind of taste. They're trying to do something at least. These are very just kind of like, what do you want to be? I don't know what you're trying to pull off here. It's possibly barbecue, but there's no kick to it. There's no punch. Third of a thumb up.
Yeah, I'll stick to a half thumb up just because I think I would like the flavor if it were stronger, but it's not even strong enough for me to really get an appreciation of it.
Nope.
And so, again, I wish it were just a stronger, more traditional style Dorito.
Yeah.
We have 2 inflated left and then the mystery black bag, so maybe let's knock out one of the inflated.
That's a good idea. Let's check out the least mysterious looking one, which is the right one, I guess.
Perhaps just some 3D Doritos, but
Now, I'm very curious about this inflated line, because I have never heard of the description of inflated Doritos. Of course, we know what was it, Cube back in the day?
Well, there was
3Ds.
3Ds.
and they're pretty much looking like 3D Doritos.
Except they smell like cat food.
That's an interesting
They look
twist.
kind of like bugles, except triangular.
Let's see.
It's an M. Night Shyamalan twist. It's
Now, I'm
food you
wondering-
might eat that smells like things you wouldn't.
Now, I'm wondering, with the red bag, I'm thinking maybe just a generic nacho cheese Dorito, but in inflated form. Inflated. I want to start using that for American branding now, so.
It's inflated, literally. They got very literal with this. They are inflated. Let's check them out. It's not unfamiliar.
They're baked instead of whatever they did with the 3D Doritos, though. Because the 3D Doritos looked like they were actually chips or something, whereas these look like they're almost like Cheez-Its or something that have been inflated. They don't quite have that same look.
It does kind of, I would say it does kind of have like the nacho cheese taste.
Knocked down, though. Just
But
like the
it's
other one.
very muted.
Yeah.
I mean, these aren't expired. I don't know how old. I'm just worried in other parts of the world, it's like they dial back the intensity.
I guess we're just hardcore here in the States, you know?
I think these are just generic nacho cheese Doritos, but they're very muted.
Yeah.
And they're inflated, which doesn't really add anything.
It's not
to it.
like, not nacho, it's like less than nacho or something. Well, half of them up. You know, if nacho cheese Doritos were full of them.
They're not foul.
Yeah.
They're just.
There's nothing to it.
Yeah, I guess if you're over there and you haven't had American ones, you'd be like, okay, these are what Doritos are. I don't know. They're kind of
wild and crazy.
They're oh yeah, half.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'd probably even just say 3/8 thumbs up, just because I wish they had more flavor. And there's something about the base chip that I'm just not enjoying the aftertaste of as much.
That's the case with many of these.
Yeah, and now that we're down to 2 left, I mean, like, come on, you traveled around the world to come here to America. I'm ready for these chips to step it up. I'm ready for something crazy.
Something has to happen.
Something has to happen.
Now, black could of course be the best of the best.
Take the sash off this bad boy to show you the full black bag in its glory. Here we got a little chili pepper here. So that actually is promising with the flames on the chip as well.
Which
The
means
filth, Lauren, filth.
Barn filth. You put the filth, barn filth in Jello pudding.
You see?
You see, kids, you see.
And they're
just as
bland looking as all the rest of them.
Now they smell.
Bland.
Yeah. I'm really hoping these aren't from last year, are they?
No,
Does it say
it's-
2014 on them?
yeah, no,
Since 14.
these are good through the 6th of June or the 10th of June of 2014.
Or the 6th of October.
I
depending.
know.
None of them
Trust
have
me.
a kapow to them. Hopefully, come on, surprise us here, please.
They're supposed to be flaming hot, according to my research. So let's find out if they are indeed flaming hot.
Let's bring it. What? Talking about chip.
They have more flavor than any of the other ones.
Yeah, by far the best of the bunch so far.
Mm-hmm.
Still,
Yeah.
still a little muted though.
A little bit of sweetness at the beginning, and then it really just kicks you with the heat.
I'm not getting heat.
Really?
I'm getting a little bit at the end, and our taste here. They're very sweet.
Mm-hmm.
They're very sweet and savory kind of deal going on.
I mean, it's not a strong heat, but it's just.
I like these.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are definitely the best of the bunch so far.
There's heat. Now I'm on my second batch. There's some heat building, but it's not like salsa verde heat.
No.
But yeah, these are the most closest to American style Doritos.
I eat these.
Mm-hmm.
I'd give them a 3/4 thumbs up. They're not real hot, but I mean, they're good. I can't really even describe the flavor. It's not like a cheese on there. There's a little sweetness. It's kind of vague, but
Like spicy hot chili.
That might
Yeah.
be one of those, like, the grills that they were talking about on the list, because it's just such a generic flavor that it's more a stereotype than an actual flavor, if anything.
Yeah, I will go full thumb up on these because these are by far of this batch. These are the best ones. After the second handful, there is heat. I've got spiciness in my mouth
I'm
right now.
starting to get a little bit now.
These are definitely, I would say, these are the strongest of the bunch. I can see eating these. If you're not looking for like an overpowering, like, you know, Dorito that's just like, oh my god, tons of flavor going on. These you could snack on for a while and have a little bit of heat going on. It's a nice flavor.
I'd buy them. I wouldn't wait a month and pay $23 for a box of
No.
them, but I would definitely buy them. 3/4 thumbs up. What do you think?
I'll probably give them a 2/3.
2/3 thumbs up from Alex, the
I enjoy it.
cameraman.
I enjoy them.
That brings us to the end of the line.
The brown bag.
The brown
That
bag.
can mean bad things.
And
but-
inflated. Oh, if these are poop Doritos.
Poop Doritos.
if in Israel they eat poop Doritos, no.
Now, we know
No.
in Latin American countries that the Frito-Lay division is called Sabritas.
No.
I don't know what the Latin American division of Frito, or the rather Israeli division of Frito-Lay is called there. If you guys know what it is, let us know in the comments down below. We have another inflated Dorito here. I'm having a hard time getting a hold of a couple. There we go.
They have a very, kind of a cheesy smell.
Very cheesy.
Yeah, very cheesy. Not bad, but very cheesy.
Very cheesy. And it's like
Almost like
Kraft macaroni and cheese powder
Yeah.
or something.
Yes.
More like the
Very generic
Goldfish.
generic
Yeah,
cheddar.
yeah.
Generic cheddar, I would describe it as.
one of my Doritos is not inflated very well.
You would think the bag would be yellow then, like a cheddar yellow as opposed to an orange, but it definitely is a generic cheddar cheese smell.
Having some trouble catching this bag because of lighting, but there you go. All right.
I want to eat one.
I want.
Alright, let's go to it. Inflated all the way from Israel.
Oh, very cheesy.
Very good at first, and then they kind of get like funky.
Yeah, funky cheese.
Extremely cheesy.
Cheese.
Yeah. Straight up cheese.
Inflated cheese. Yeah.
Cheese Doritos. What-
Yeah, like nacho cheese, like cheese dip.
I don't think it's nacho. It's like a milder cheese. It's a cheddar or not American. I don't think they would have processed American cheese.
Probably just generic cheddar.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're good though. I actually would say they're number 2 behind the black one.
Yeah, they have flavor. That's the
Yeah.
key. A lot of these didn't have flavor.
No, very
Despite the
bland.
flames.
Yeah.
Very bland.
Well, God, one of the first one with flame, no heat at all.
Exactly. Well, I don't have any kind of relatables to tell you about Israel other than apparently there's trouble with Palestine, and there's the Hebrew, and Natalie Portman, and the Doritos.
Doritos.
But we did order them, we did get them, and we have rated them. Put your comments on the SuperBox down below. Oh, we didn't rate these, did we? No. Gonna give them 5/8 thumbs up.
Yeah, although they're generic cheddar cheese, yeah, half. I'll go half. They're not bad. They're just, eh.
Yeah, I'll stick 5/8 just because I enjoy eating them, but at the same time,
No,
they're just,
second best of the bunch.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So, with that being said, click on the link down below if you want to join the SAS on Facebook. You should do that because that's the funnest and best Terry Gordy spot. No, it's the best group on Facebook to join, not that other group that the other guy talks about.
Oh, Tony.
Don't join that group.
I don't know what that's all about.
Join our group because our group is where it's at. Cause we
Do
got.
they have video?
I don't know about that. They just have generic links.
I haven't bothered to look.
Who knows? But anyway, in the meantime, follow us on Twitter at BrandonRickSAS, at Heel Will Mahoney, at Brick in the SAS, and at CountDuckula21. In the meantime, in between time, we'll see you next time. Hashtag Snack Society. Bye bye.
And
just like Triple H, we bury people occasionally too.
and wrestling's fake, just so you know. Thanks for the update.